Yo, welcome everybody back to the JV Sports Room. As usual, your host, JDino, the other half of the team behind the scenes, my man Vince.
Yeah.
Well, we back on common ground, back in our home field.
Yes,
so, over back in the Kobe corner. Welcome back to the show, my man J Money.
Yes, sir, let's do it again, man.
Back in the starting center spot. Now that we back on our home field. Welcome back, Big J, to the show.
Yeah, you already know, man. It's playoff time. Let's get it popping.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we told you guys we was going to make changes in 2022. So, got a little change for this episode. This episode, we're going to bring in another player to our lineup. Avid Cowboys fan, Gator alumni. I'd like to welcome to the show my man Jarvis, man.
Appreciate it, man.
To the show.
Thank you. Thanks, y'all, for having me.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Appreciate you joining the show. Don't appreciate that joining the show. Can we get this guy
Get that thing out
official
of here.
JV Sports hat, man?
It's crazy.
Welcome
I'm
to the
sitting in
team,
the
man.
same room with a
Appreciate it.
Cowboys fan right now.
Can we get this royal blue on you against the Giants? I mean, it's not a Giants hat. It's just, the JV Sports.
Respect the star, man. Respect the star. Good fit on it, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you joining the show, man. But hey, before we jump into them Cowboys, man, had a big national championship game that we want to definitely touch on before. Man, how about Georgia beating up on Alabama this week, man?
Well, let me just start by saying I hate Georgia. Being a Gator fan, I mean, that's our number one rival. So I definitely don't like Georgia at all. I'm glad the SEC won the championship, though. We expected Alabama and Georgia to both be there. Mm-hmm. It was set up perfectly. Alabama won the SEC championship game. Mm-hmm. And I mean, to get there, right? So it was a tough game. It was a dogfight. It was 9-6 at half.
Yeah, it was a lot closer than the final score,
Yeah.
I think what changed it, man, is in the second half, they actually started utilizing Zamir White more, running that ball.
Yeah.
To me, I think he was that one consistent player for them that really brought them boys in the picture to take this one.
Yeah, with all the injuries Alabama had too.
Yeah,
man. I mean, Metchew's out.
Yeah.
I mean, the other receiver got injured early in the game. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. First half as well.
Yeah, 2 corners were out. 2 starting corners were out.
Yep.
Yeah, even Dan Lanning said as soon as that injury happened that this really changes things. That's his exact words. So, I mean, it changed a lot, man. They loaded the box against Alabama the rest of the game pretty much. They had the ability to do so.
I mean, all I have to say, man, at the end that, you take Bryce Young, who's an up-and-coming sophomore quarterback, the way he handled the loss at the end of the game, pretty much saying, hey, that one was on me.
Mm-hmm.
I respect that for the young kid, taking that in that big moment. He didn't play the greatest, through all the adversity, the injuries. And, but he took it on the chin. He took it like a veteran should.
Yeah.
So
you got to respect that. You got to respect that. Great national championship game, but let's get back to these Cowboys, man. How you feel about them, man? How you feel about this season? And what they've done so far. And, I mean, are they your Super Bowl pick, Jar?
Yeah. Yeah. I expect us to definitely be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We definitely have to play a lot more consistent than we played all season. We've been up and down. It's been like a roller coaster. The offense has to get clicking. Defense, they stand up. I definitely think we got a first-round win. We're definitely going to beat up on the Niners.
Hold on, man.
Relax.
Jeez. We'll see where it's going. Okay.
Well.
Hey, bro, I said it's playoff time, so bring that energy.
Hey, I'm glad we're in the middle here, man.
All right, so y'all, you see your boys win. Well, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I picked y'all boys to go to the Super Bowl.
I like
But
that.
does any team to make my projection look wrong?
Yeah.
It's going to be my squad.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
See, here's what y'all struggle, man. See, last 11 or 12 games, y'all gave up 100 yards on the ground or more.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do.
Elijah Mitchell.
You're going to see the Elijah out there. You're going to see Debo out there. You're going to see Hasty getting some work too. And I say, yo, let's get special with y'all, man. Let's have some design plays for Trey too every now and then in this game.
Hey,
Trey didn't touch the field last
he
week.
did touch the field. That's fine. But it's going to be a tough game, man. I think the thing, y'all boys' offense is clicking. I'll give him that. But Niners, we haven't since week 14, we haven't given up 300 total yards of defense. So that's going to be a key there. I think Vegas got this game. Vegas got this game as the highest over under, but I don't see it like that. I think it's going to be a dogfight between us, man. But
I agree. I agree that it's going to be a dogfight. I think Debo Samuel's an animal.
Yeah.
I respect Debo Samuel.
That's a grown man.
We need to use CeeDee Lamb more as San Francisco uses Debo Samuel. Just get him the ball, put the ball in the playmaker's hands, get it to him any way you can get him the ball. Now, Garoppolo with the thumb injury, I think that could be that could be problematic for you guys.
Yeah, I think we got to keep the ball on the ground, man.
They say Trent Williams is coming back, your left tackle.
That's why we didn't see no Kittle last week.
Right.
Kittle was in there blocking, for the most part. That's why you had a quiet game. But all in all, man, Niners, Cowboys, man, that's a classic rivalry. The history, man. I mean, even though in the 90s, I mean, 3 straight NFC championship games. Y'all took the first 2. We took the third one in 94. But the thing about it is, in all those years, whoever won that game is who won the Super Bowl. You know,
beat Buffalo.
It's true.
Yeah. Beat up on Buffalo. Yeah. So I mean, it's a classic rivalry. I mean, the rivalry was so crazy back then that even players was like, man, I might go play for the Niners. You can talk about Charles Haley, Ken Norton, to Deion, and getting Super Bowls with both of them, both squads actually.
Absolutely.
So, but it's a dope. It's a good look, man.
It's definitely a good look. I mean, it's
tensions are high. And all I gotta say about the game is the dynamic that I see. Cowboys got to run the ball. Got to get consistent running play from Ezekiel Elliott. He's been non-existent for the last 6 weeks. But in order to beat the 49ers, they give up a lot of points through the air.
I said it all season long.
It's a dynamic that it's gonna be interesting how it pans out. So I look forward to watching it.
You touched where I was going with that one. You say you mentioned their weakness on the ground, but you guys' weakness is an air assault, and that's exactly what Dallas has. Yep. So you guys could be in trouble if it turns into any type of a shootout.
That's why I said we got to run the ball.
Now, going back to what Jarvis said, Garoppolo's thumb injury could be a gift and a curse. Yep. I said if last week they started Trey Lance after coming off of a win the week before, that he could come in to the playoffs and go all the way to the Super Bowl like the Niners did back with Kaepernick. That was just a prediction that I had, bold, but they didn't start him. However, if he does touch that field, he could do some damage to these Cowboys. So it could be a great game, man. I mean, it's going to be a great game. It could go either way.
I think the Cowboys are too tough in the trenches. DeMarcus Lawrence, Randy Gregory, Michael Parsons, Diggs back there leading the league in interceptions.
That's why we're gonna go after Anthony Brown.
We want you guys to put the ball in the air. Yeah. That's what we want. We want you guys to put the ball in there. We're gonna pit our ears back and we're rushing. So we get Garoppolo early on the ground. We hit him a couple times, get up 2 touchdowns. We force you guys to throw the ball. Y'all in trouble, bro.
All right. So what's the bet, man? What's the bet going into this game? We gotta do something.
I like that fitted you got on, man. I think I can use a new fitted. Yeah.
Right. You know what? Since you like that fit, do me a fit, man. Put it on top of that Cowboys hat. I just wanted to, since y'all gonna be beneath us anyway, I wanted to rock something real quick. Rock some merch.
And then he come with the strength hat. All right, repping the JDino strength hat.
Strong. So yeah, let's do that. We gotta fit a bet.
That's a bet.
All right.
I love it.
No doubt. All right. Well, we got a great game set up between these Cowboys and Niners this week, man. That's one of the big NFC games we got to look out for. Obviously, the Packers get the bye. So anybody betting against the Packers right now?
That's huge for them. I think it's great. They've been consistent, coming on some real strong momentum, undefeated at home. I mean, this is real good. I think their bye is actually more powerful than what Tennessee got going on with their bye. So
I wouldn't say that, but I mean, you give Aaron Rodgers another week to get his foot right. I mean, that's important.
And it's going to be, whatever the worst team still in the playoffs, the lowest seed is going to have to come see them in Lambeau. Who really wants to do that anyway?
9-degree weather is supposed to be.
Yeah.
9 degrees.
Who wants to do that?
So you saying the Niners got to go see them?
Nah, it's going to be the Eagles.
I mean,
it's going to be the team we're going to talk about next. Hey, man, Aaron Rodgers preparation, give him time to get some preparation in.
That's good.
Devontae Adams. I mean, we know the story, guys. It's Green Bay we're talking about. This is, you got to go to Lambeau.
Frozen tundra. You just mentioned it, though, man. Your boys coming to Tampa. Seventh seed against the 2 seed. Does Brady still have that Super Bowl in his mind when he against y'all, man?
Is it underdog season?
Sunday, 1 o'clock, folks. Hey, it's underdog season. We ain't even supposed to be here.
Talk to us, man.
Y'all hear me? We ain't even supposed to be here. They let us in. Hey, it's underdog season. Philly fans fly, Eagles fly. Put your dog's mask on because we here. We face to face with the GOAT again. Sunday, 1 o'clock, Tampa, Eagles. I mean, let's paint the picture for him.
Well, you know what? I see this game going one of two ways, man.
What you got?
It's either y'all boys stay in the fight with him, then Tom becomes Tom in the last few minutes of the game and pulls it out. Or they get up like 10 points after the first and beat y'all like 20 plus. But
I respect
it all. I expect it all. I expect these men to be looking down because underdog season, folks. Underdog season.
But y'all played it.
But we did play them in weeks. What was it? Week 6 this year. 28-22. Dallas got it was out. You know, we had, COVID issues. We weren't running the ball. This is a different Eagles team, folks. We are right now the number 1 rushing team in the league, averaging over 160 rushing yards a game. A committee approach, we're getting the running, Miles Sanders involved. We'll get Miles Sanders back, hopefully. We'll see. But a little bit of Boston Scott, a little bit of Kenny Gainwell, a little bit of Jordan Howard. And also we get, Jalen Hurts involved. This is a different Eagles team that the Buccaneers are going to have to see. They're dealing with some injuries of their own. They're dealing with some off the field issues. We mentioned, a little bit last week with Antonio Brown up and out of here. We'll see. I'm not going to, Tom Brady is the greatest of all time.
I agree with you on the running thing, though, because y'all were held under to 100 yards rushing against him in week 6.
Exactly. We won't run the ball. Miles Sanders had 9 rushes.
Man, put my boy Gainwell out there this week, man.
You got to study the end of season, right?
I think we're going to have to do like we did in the Super Bowl when we played against Tom Brady against the Patriots. We're going to have to do some grinding, some wheeling and dealing, some trickery. We're going to have to get fancy, whether it's Kenny Gainwell, whether it's the young boy Devontae Smith, or maybe hopefully Jalen Reagor. Can you do something for us, Jalen Reagor? But Eagles are coming in, winning 6 of the last 8. I mean, that's counting the game against the Cowboys where I was out there starting. We were starting backups and backups to the backups. But we won 6 of our last 8, man. So we're coming in ready. We're healthy right now. This is one thing that we're not used to. Normally we're dealing with injuries, but our offensive line is healthy. Hopefully we get Miles Sanders back
for 2 quarters.
For 2 quarters. But it's going to be an interesting ball game. And believe it or not, this is what I wanted. This is the matchup I wanted. We've been face to face with the GOAT before, and we know how that turned out. So,
Cowboys fan, you want to enlighten this guy a little bit?
Leonard Fournette back.
Okay.
Shaq Barrett back.
Okay.
Jason Pierre-Paul back.
Okay.
Defending Super Bowl champions in Tampa Bay.
I love it. I respect it.
Spreads 8.5.
Yep.
Bucks cover night.
Like I said, folks, we've been here before. It's underdog season. We've been here before. I wouldn't expect nothing less.
I think the return of the injuries is what's going to hurt you guys the most. Leonard Fournette had 2 touchdowns against you guys when you guys played the first time. I don't see that changing. And obviously Shaq Barrett, he's going to put a whole lot of pressure on Jalen Hurts that I don't think he's ready for personally.
Hey man, we got protection, man. We got Jordan Mailata, we got Lane Johnson healthy right at the perfect times. On the defensive end, Javon Hargrave.
And on top of that, you mentioned Dallas wasn't there the first time, but Zach Ertz 8, and they still lost. So, we'll see. We'll see.
One thing that you said that I do agree with is that y'all not supposed to be here. So, y'all playing, you're playing, you have nothing to lose.
Exactly.
Right.
So, you got to hit Tom Brady a couple times in the mouth early, make it a grinded out game to where they're grinding it out.
Yep.
You do have a chance, but I just don't see it happening.
I respect
and with the injuries, AB was huge in the first game against you guys.
Yep.
9 catches for, I believe, close to 100 yards. And we got no AB this week.
No Chris Godwin.
Probably no AB ever again, right?
Godwin's
He's
out.
out of there.
Yeah, Godwin's out.
Godwin's out.
Scotty Miller stepped up last week.
Scotty Miller stepping up, but, we got a Pro Bowler, Darius Slay on the outside. We got some boys, man. We got some boys. Yeah, it's going to be a dogfight. I'm not going to say we're going to dog walk them and everything. It's going to be a dogfight, but we are underdogs, folks. It's underdog season. We're used to this. Our backs against the wall.
All right. Well,
I think it's going to be a fun game to watch, man. We'll see how it shakes out.
Sunday, 1 o'clock. Tune in.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of underdog at this point in time, it's looking like the Cards are real underdogs against these Rams. You guys feel any differently? It seems like the Cards are kind of like limping into these playoffs.
Well, they split the regular season head to head.
They
split it.
They did. They were.
See, here's the thing. That's what's going on with the Rams right now. That got me concerned more. Stafford has 7 interceptions in his last 3 games.
He's not looking good.
Yeah, but the spread is they got the Rams covered by 4. But I do think the Rams actually get it together after that loss last week. I think they come out. I think Arizona just is not going to have enough to really keep up with the Rams in this game.
I agree with you. Arizona started out 7-0. Kyler Murray was responsible for 20 total touchdowns, including running and passing, during those seven games. He went out with the injury, came back for 6 games. They're 2-4.
Haven't been the same since.
He's only had 9 touchdowns out of 6 games he's been responsible for.
Losing to Seattle last week too, like that.
Yeah. Arizona has a problem stopping the run too.
Yeah.
I think Sonny Michel and Cam Akers gonna have a big day.
Yep. That's what I was gonna mention.
Glad you mentioned Cam Akers.
Yeah.
Oh, shouts out to Cam Akers, man.
Yeah.
Coming back the same year.
Just in time, right? Just in time.
Man.
I think he got 8 touches last game, but I think they'll get him a lot more involved in this game.
And also shouts out to the ownership for the Rams for activating Cam Akers and allowing him to get that a little bonus on some bonus money that if he was active for 3 games. So,
hey, that probably enticed him to want to play a little better right
You know who don't get mentioned in that scenario is that medical and training staff for the Rams, man. How you coming back from the Achilles like that?
Yeah, and the man himself too.
Facts, facts, man. You got much props to Cam Akers, man. Hopefully they get him involved, man. But switching over to the AFC, man, a lot of big playoff games over there too. Titans getting the bye. Yeah. Just another week for Derrick Henry to sit, right? To rest up, right?
Big physical team. Big physical team.
King Henry sitting on the throne.
Julio, thanks for finally scoring a touchdown for me, man. Didn't want to count in my fantasy season, but that's all right.
AJ Brown. Oh, man, they're big and physical. They're going to be a problem.
They're waiting. They're waiting for whoever comes out of this.
Surprising. Who would have thought we would have been here, folks? Who would have thought?
Right.
That Tennessee would have been the #1 team in the AFC.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
And all these other.
With the injuries that they've had. With all the injuries they've had.
Great. It's respectable for sure. It's respectable.
They played it perfect. They played it perfect. Get the bye week, get everybody healthy and rolling.
Yeah.
That's good.
And hopefully end up playing somebody who's limped in or is, underperforming. Speaking of underperforming, can we talk about these Steelers?
Great
and how they're barely limping in right now? Thank God for a tie, right? With the Detroit Lions, right?
Who would have thought we've been waiting on a tie to, get into the playoffs? But hey, folks, we're gonna find out what it's gonna look like if you bring water balloons to a gunfight. Because Big Ben is not gonna go throw for throw with Tony Mahomes at all.
They played week 16.
Yep.
KC spanked them, man. 36-10. And Kelsey was out with COVID.
Yep.
Hill only had 19 yards. Do I need to say more? You know what I'm saying? Them two names that, they weren't even in the picture.
I agree. The Steelers have to come out early and establish, scoring early to even stay in the game. If not, it's going to get ugly.
And I mean, shout out to TJ Watt, the absolute only reason that these Steelers are in the playoffs. But they shouldn't be there at all. They only put up 16 points last week against a limping Baltimore team. Patty Mahomes gonna pick them apart. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But how about the Raiders going to Cincy? How you guys feel about this game?
I mean, Raiders team coming off that Sunday night. I don't know if you guys watched that game, man, but that was a crazy ending. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that, but I think the Bengals might be the hottest team in the NFL right now.
It's safe to say.
They coming off record numbers from their rookie Jamar Chase. You coming off spanking the Chiefs. Cincinnati, and you got to go to the jungle.
Raiders pass defense ranks 13th in the NFL. Max Crosby, 101 QB rush pressures, 8 sacks. Igakwe, 10 sacks. I think the Raiders can sneak this game. They got to fill up the new stadium.
Never mind the field general, Denzel Perryman.
Hey,
that boy's been playing. He's been playing.
I'm not mad at it. I mean, at this point in time, the Raiders in Las Vegas playing with house money, let's say, right? I mean, nobody wants to play the Raiders right about now. I like Cincy to win this game, but I don't think the Raiders go down quietly at all. This should be an interesting one.
I mean, and regarding that pass defense, early in the year they lost Arnett. They lost Mullen. They ended up picking up Brandon Facing from the Chargers practice squad. He stepped up. Got Casey Hayward back there. Nate Hobbs been playing that nickel spot real nice this year. That rookie, Trevin, he stepped up. I believe he's free safety. He stepped up. I mean, that secondary, they got little pieces there, so you can't just write them off, man.
Can't do it.
Hey,
Can't
guys.
do it.
Hey, guys. Hey.
Listen,
We've talked about
hey,
the adversity they've been through.
Joe Burrow.
Absolutely.
Joe Burrow. Jamar Chase. T. Higgins. Tyler Boyd. Joe Mixon. Come on now.
All right, so speaking about that, Burrow's been sacked the most out of any QB in this league. So
Max
going back
Crosby.
to Ngakwe and Crosby,
I respect it.
that pocket will collapse on them. Chase was only held to 3 catches for 32 yards and a touchdown when they played each other in week 11. It was all mixing. It was all mixing. 30 carries for 123 and 2 touchdowns.
That's somebody else he mentioned.
Yeah.
I think since he wins this game, they definitely got to win it on the ground.
I agree.
But let's give respect to Devin Carr for last week because, we talking back to like the Cincy KC game about trying to go, throw for throw with Patty Mahomes.
Yeah.
But Justin Herbert, he could throw the rock.
Yep.
And Derek Carr really went throw for throw with him. So I can see Derek Carr coming in and playing good this week.
The key for them is, and speaking of the game against the Chargers, is they got Josh Jacobs involved.
Yeah,
Josh Jacobs was really involved.
He's been out for most of the season,
He's an animal.
But when he's in the game, he's a difference maker for sure.
Yeah. If he can get over 100 yards, he had a 132 and a touchdown last Sunday. They might be able to do something. Maybe they get Darren Waller and the guy that I know we both like a lot is Hunter Renfrow.
Hey, for my betting folks, I'm gonna say this: take that +6 on the Raiders.
Agreed.
Okay.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I'm not mad at that pick.
Take it.
Not bad
Hot
at that
management.
pick.
It's definitely not it's not a long shot. It could go either way for me, but right now Cincinnati's just on fire.
Yeah.
They won the division. First time they've done that in a while.
I like it. I like the Bengals.
Take the
It should be
+6.
interesting.
I also think the Bengals, granted, you got Burrow, you got Chase, they got, the experience back in LSU, big game, whatever. But I also still think the Bengals are very young there too. Granted, it's a lot of unexperience getting into this stage. It's Derek Carr's first playoff game. So, it's a lot.
First time interim head coach.
Yes, but I think it's going to be, I think that's really going to be
There's a lot of what ifs in that game.
Yeah.
One thing I don't see a what if about is a round 3 this year between these Pats and Bills. One thing I know, there ain't no what ifs about that game. This gonna be a slugfest.
Yeah, but it's different, I think, coming to this game. The last time they played, there wasn't much going on of this one player in particular, but I think Devin Singletary's really stepped up since week 15. Yeah, this man's he's got 396 total yards, 6 touchdowns. I mean, I think that's going to be the difference in this game.
Yep. Got to run the ball.
Yeah.
Got to run the ball. One thing we've been harping on the Bills for a while is run the ball. It can't be Josh Allen all the time. Yes, Josh Allen's a great player. You got to run the ball. The last game against the Patriots, the Bills won 33-21, and they ran the ball. You mentioned it. Devin Singletary, run him. Josh Allen, he can run himself. We'll see what the weather's going to look like.
100% agree, man. The first game that they did lose to the Pats is because the JV SportsRoom beat up those Buffalo Bills about not running the ball.
Run the ball.
Yeah. Gotta run the ball, man. Gotta run the ball.
Let's not forget to mention the Patriots finished the season 1-3.
Yeah.
So they're not playing their best football right now. Mac Jones had a rough day against Buffalo in week 16. He was only completed 43.8% of his passes. And Josh Allen threw 3 touchdowns that game and ran for 64 yards. So as he was mentioning, Josh Allen, he can move that pocket. He can get loose. So that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem for New England. But Bill Belichick in the playoffs.
That's the other element.
That is the other element.
Belichick in the playoffs, but at the same token, got a rookie quarterback, first playoff matchup on the road.
Probably going to be snowing.
Weather conditions.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we mentioned it. It's going to come down to who runs this ball at the end of the day. At the end of the day, each of the first 2 games have been determined by who ran the ball more efficiently. So I think that's where it's going to end up. All right, so since we talked about all these games, that might as well take us straight to the Who You Got segment of the show. Yeah, I know who you got. I
don't know who you got.
Come on,
who you got?
Yeah, I'm top dog, man. You know that.
Oh, yeah, that's
They're
right.
6-0 this week.
Let's kick it off top. We started off with the energy. 49ers, Cowboys. Who you got?
I'm going Niners in this one.
Y'all
Going Niners.
already know who I got. I mean, it's Cowboys all day.
I feel like if Trey could see the field, the Niners could pull it off, but I'm going to go with the Cowboys.
I agree. But no, you know what? Flipping the switch. Cowboys don't win in the playoffs. Give me the Niners. Cowboys don't win in the playoffs.
Ooh, it's
Get them out
time,
of there.
baby.
Get them out of there. Niners.
It's time, baby.
Come on, man.
All right. So, do your Eagles win in the playoffs against the BUCS this year?
Absolutely. Give me the Eagles.
Okay.
Underdog season. So you got it.
I appreciate your support, but I don't know if I can support you on this one, man.
Hey, I respect.
Hey, I think even with all the injuries that, and crazy stuff that's been happening in Tampa, I think the BUCS are just gonna take this one, man.
Okay.
I agree. I got the BUCS.
Yeah. I mean, BUCS were my Super Bowl pick from the beginning of the year. I'm not gonna fade on them now. Give me BUCS.
We ain't even supposed to be here, folks. We ain't even supposed to be here.
All right, Jarvis. Cards at Rams. Who you got?
That's the game of the week.
Monday night.
That's the game of the week. Monday night game. Last wild card game of the weekend. Give me the Rams, man. Give me the Rams.
You said it, man. Cards are limping in. You know, they're not playing to their expectations. I agree, man. Give me the Rams.
Yeah, honestly, man, I think, when they met twice in the season, they put up 57 total points one game, 53 the next. They're going to go shot for shot at each other, but I think the Rams are just they're going to take it, man. They're just in better form right now. Cam Akers.
Yeah, Cam Akers should have a good game, man, but I feel like they've been on a landslide ever since they lost Nuke personally.
Yeah.
He's a huge factor in their offense. He would have been a big factor in this game. I got the Rams, man.
Yeah.
All right, so that we all took the Rams on that one. That's the first one. We all went across the board. Think we're probably gonna go across the board on this one, but let's see. Steelers at Chiefs, man. Who you got?
Water balloon to a gunfight, folks. Give me the Chiefs.
Yep. Patty Mahomes and the Chiefs easily. Sorry, Steelers fans. Great send-off for Big Ben. Making the playoffs.
Yeah.
Great send-off for Mike Tomlin. Don't know how much longer we got of him, but another winning season for you.
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs, though.
Y'all really ain't supposed to be here, but go ahead.
You literally took the words out of my mouth. Congratulations making the playoffs, Steelers fans. Bye-bye, Big Ben. Give me the Chiefs.
Yeah, man. Chiefs all day. It's not happening.
All right. So I feel like here is where we may see some split decisions.
Let's go.
Raiders at Bengals. Who ya got?
I said it already. Give me them young boys. Welcome to the jungle. Give me them Bengals. Who you got?
Give me the Raiders, man. They got to win games. Their fans they got a new stadium they just built. They need to win games, so give me the Raiders.
You said it. Young boys. I think the young boys going to come with some inexperience in this game. And I'm taking the Raiders, man. I like their heart, man. I like the fight in them, man.
I like how you did that.
I respect
how you did that.
I respect
Man,
Who you got? Dino?
I like the Raiders, man. I mentioned they're playing with house money, man. But I like the way that Cincy's playing right now, man. Give me the Bengals.
Welcome to the jungle. Welcome to the jungle.
I thought I was going to have a solo door on the Bengals the way you started that one, huh?
Welcome to the jungle.
Well, there's one more left. Round 3, like you said earlier.
Round 3.
That's going to Buffalo. Who y'all got?
Just talked about that one. Bill Belichick in the playoffs, but a rookie quarterback. Give me the Bills.
I like the way the Bills pulled it together at the end of the season. They had a little bit of a drought where they were losing games, but primarily because they weren't running the ball, like we said. I think as long as they stick to the script and keep doing what's been winning them games, they win this game. Give me Buffalo.
Yep.
Yeah. Mac Jones, welcome to the playoffs. Welcome to the big leagues. It's game time, man. Give me the Bills.
It's going to be cold up there. They say it's going to be some medium type windy conditions. Not very windy, but I think if it becomes a real windy game, they're going to have to keep it to the ground. And I think Josh kind of showed us in that first game was windy that he can still rifle that ball through the air. You know,
if need be, right?
Yeah, if need be. So I mean, I'm taking the Bills in this one, man.
All right. Well, got some controversy all over this. Who you got board this week?
I'm trying to maintain this lead I got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I ain't even gonna lie. Big J and I both had a rough week last week. Yeah. We both sitting right around 500, but and Jarvis here with a clean slate.
You trying to go 6-0,
baby. 6-0, baby.
But I respect your lead right now.
No doubt.
Like he said, underdog season's coming. I'm coming for you. All right, so since we talking about all these playoff teams, let's talk about your Super Bowl pick, Jarvis. I mean, what two teams you got in this Super Bowl this year?
That's tough, man. I think the Titans get there for sure. They're too physical. They're physical at every position on the field, including wide receiver, running back. Derrick Henry got a week off. Everybody's getting healthy. I got the Titans getting there. I got Dallas beating Green Bay in Lambeau, redeeming the catch. Redeeming the catch. This is payback. We'll beat Green Bay in Lambeau to face the Titans in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
It's paid for. Jerry Jones, baby. It's paid for, baby. Let's go.
Hey, you know what, man? To be honest with you, y'all heard me talk about the boys all season long. You know, it's my dogs. They playing against them. I got to stick with my dogs. But, I hope y'all win, man. I'm going to make some money, man. I put a future bet on y'all. Come on,
if we lose,
take the shit, please.
Respect.
We're talking about the playoffs, man. We all know the Cowboys choking the playoffs, folks. Come on now.
We'll be there, baby.
Hey, man, I went with Tom Brady early in the season. I mean, he's still holding down the number 2 seed. I mean, I got the BUCS facing those physical Titans in the Super Bowl.
That's interesting, because if I had to come with a scenario, I would love to see the rematch between the BUCS and the Chiefs, and the young GOAT takes over. The BUCS, to me, I don't think they're repeating.
I don't think they get there.
All right, so you don't think Brady and the BUCS are making it to the Super Bowl, but you think Brady might be your regular season MVP this year?
Nah, I'm going to have to go against you on that one, to be honest. I think we're going to see a back-to-back MVP situation. Aaron Rodgers, man. I mean, come on, man. 4,115 yards, 37 to 4 touchdown and interception ratio, undefeated at home. Got his team to buy. I mean, he went through his own little controversy with the card and vaccine, whatever situation. But, he continues to fight through it. He doesn't even have the type of weapons in the receiver spot that most teams have, when you go past his number 1. And I just think you got to give it to Aaron Rodgers. I think, to me, that's my MVP.
Any argument here, fellas?
I got an argument. Got a little controversy. Maybe controversial pick here, man, but you mentioned the back-to-back Aaron Rodgers. But what about a wide receiver as the NFL regular season MVP?
Oh, I know.
How about the Triple Crown winner, Cooper Kupp? 145 receptions, 1,947 yards, and 16 touchdowns.
That's hard to argue.
Triple Crown is the number 1 in every single category: receptions, yards, and touchdowns.
And the Rams are hosting
a playoff game.
Playoff game? I mean,
I'm just saying, I know it's a quarterback's award. I think we're going to agree. It's a quarterback's award.
That's kind of like the Heisman.
But I'm not mad at it.
But
I'm not mad at it.
Give Cooper Kupp some love. I mean, we haven't seen these numbers. Cooper Kupp is the 4th player since 1970 to achieve this Triple Crown, joining the names of Jerry Rice, Sterling Sharp, and Steve Smith in 2005. So,
gotta show respect.
You killed my dark horse. I don't think he has a chance, but I just have to give him a shout out on the show. Jonathan Taylor, man. 332 carries, 1,811 yards, 18 touchdowns. He had a monster season. He's not getting the respect he deserves. Another thing, Tom Brady, 5,316 yards, 43 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. He can give Aaron a run, but my choice is Aaron Rodgers. I think he will.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm going Aaron Rodgers as well. Tom had a spectacular season as well, and doing it with, a lot of weapons injured throughout the entire season. Gronk was out for a couple games. They lost, AB, for a while. He was out for most of the season. Godwin, of course, we've talked about that. So many injuries, and still ends up with the number 2 seed hosting, what should be an easy win this week against these Eagles. But yeah, I mean, and I love the Jonathan pick maybe for fantasy MVP, but I don't think in regular season.
You can't end the season.
Yeah, you can't end the season the way they did. If he was really the MVP, he would have ran all over those Jags. You don't lose to the Jags to, end your season.
Yeah. Cooper, Triple Crown.
I like that, but I think I'm going Aaron Rodgers as well.
Yeah. It's a quarterback award.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I know you guys MVP, but defensive player of the year? Anybody in mind?
Shout out to Trayvon Diggs. Shout out to Trayvon Diggs, baby. Let's go. Michael Parsons, baby. We got two of them on the same team. But I think it's TJ Watt's award, man. 22 and a half sacks. Tied the NFL record in 15 games. I think his award to lose.
That's interesting. I expect you go with different route being a Cowboy fan, but I respect the unbiased decision. It's crazy because we play y'all this week, but man, I like what Michael Parsons is doing as a rookie. As a rookie, 84 tackles, 30 QB hits, 13 sacks, 3 forced fumbles. I mean, he's even got 3 pass deflections. My man's all over the field. And he's a rookie.
Facts.
He could easily be the first player since Lawrence Taylor, who is the only player to get Defensive Rookie of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year.
I would love it.
Personally, I wouldn't mind seeing, it won't happen, but a co-defensive player of the year. I think that'd be really cool. I saw something that Michael Parsons said the other day where he was talking about him and Trayvon Diggs and how Trayvon covers the air and he's the lion on the ground. That defense is spectacular right now, and it's simply because of those two guys. Not simply, but they are a very fair share of what they do on defense.
I keep mentioning about that defense. It's scary what that team will look like when that defense lives up to the level that offense has been known for. Those two young boys, you guys got a bright future with that defense. But no, I agree. It's got to be TJ Watt.
Got to be TJ, man.
You take TJ Watt off of that team, I mean, Big Ben is not beating nobody. I mean, that defense is what's holding them in games. So
we can't even forget about the conversation of Myles Garrett being in the running too. I mean, he's gonna be up there. I mean, generational talent, elite edge defender.
He'll be in the conversation.
Yeah, he'll be in the conversation.
Aaron Donald, 4 tackles, 12 and a half sacks.
Yeah, I don't think it's as much of a landslide as maybe Coach of the Year. I mean, you guys got anybody else being Coach of the Year besides Mike Vrabel over in Tennessee?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with LaFleur, man, in Green Bay. I mean, you gotta think about 2 seasons with Green Bay, 13-3 each season. They back there. He's he's really did a good job there in Green Bay.
Aaron Rodgers was the coach of Green Bay.
So, you can make that argument.
Look at my coach. I mean, this guy. But yeah, no, I like that pick. I like Vrabel.
I like Vrabel as well. But I do want to mention one thing. So it all comes back to the home team for me. Let's just name off a couple names, man. Brandon Staley, Urban Meyer, Dan Campbell, Robert Saleh, David Culley. I didn't mention one name. These are all coaches that were hired this past offseason. None of these coaches are in the playoffs. There's one name, Nick Sirianni, head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, took over a 4-11 franchise. And overnight, we ain't even supposed to be here, folks. We in the playoffs. So,
respect.
Nick Sirianni, half these coaches ain't even in the league anymore. Shout out to Nick Sirianni. Philly fans can agree. We were, who? Nick Sirianni. We didn't know who he was, but I just want to give him his flowers now for what he was able to do with this team full of young kids and aging veterans. He's not going to win the award. It's Mike Vrabel's award, but I just want to give Nick Sirianni his flowers for what he was able to do.
I heard that. All right. Well, I'm sitting in a room full of playoff teams right about now as a Giants fan. So I'm going to go on record to say my Giants were a huge disappointment this season. Any other disappointments you guys had this season?
Cleveland Browns.
Yes.
Cleveland Browns, man.
Sorry,
I expected so much more from the Cleveland Browns.
Hey, we said we weren't going to talk about Cleveland anymore, but we're talking down on him. He might like this.
Yeah, I just expected so much more from the Cleveland Browns, man.
I agree. Cleveland was my, dark horse team, but my biggest disappointment, man, was the LA Chargers, folks.
Agreed.
LA Chargers with all the hype.
Agreed.
Mike Williams breakout season, Keenan Allen, all the weaponry, Austin Eckler, Justin Herbert, rookie sensation, last year, coming into the second year.
New offensive coordinator that allowed Austin Eckler to have a humongous season.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You bring in you fire Anthony Lynn. You bring in a head coach and Brandon Staley, a name I mentioned before, who was a defensive guru, they say. And you have a win and you're in situation and you lay an egg. Chargers, man, the big disappointment for me.
Yeah, to me, man, it's the Colts. I mean, I really like them to actually get in the playoffs, and you had such an easy setup, really. I mean, it's football any given Sunday, right? Teams gonna come out and play no matter what. You got to be a certain amount of talent to come to this league, but you're playing the Jags here, man. Must win. You got to get in there, and just, man, you ain't come through when it counted. That just to me, I just wish I took the Jags on a bet.
It's tough. It's tough. I'm going to go on record to say, even though my Giants are a disappointment, I'm not mad at the 2 top 6 picks we got going into next year. So, something to look forward to, Giants fans.
Honorable mention, disappointment for me would be the Seattle Seahawks. This could be the last ride for Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll and that dynamic. But with those weapons on that offense and Jamal Adams in the secondary, man, that was a big disappointment for me, man. Expecting more.
I thought the New Orleans Saints would have had a big year. Granted, Jameis got hurt, but I thought that Jameis Winston would have a big year this year. And I expected New Orleans to be, contending for a playoff spot.
Yeah. They were.
So,
yeah, but my dogs had to end that dream.
Yeah. They had a chance.
Just like next week. Yeah.
All right, so as usual, we're going to cross over into the NBA. Sorry, NBA fans, we spent a little long on the NFL section, but we definitely had a lot of playoff talk to talk about. But my man Jarvis, J Money had to slide, so we got a substitution over in the Kobe corner. I mean, it comes with a brief screening if you're all right with that.
I think I could be all right. Yeah.
All right. I mean, first thing I got to know is Kobe's last championship. I'm going to hit you with a headbanger. Who'd he win it against? And what year?
They beat us. I think it was in 10 because I think they went back to back.
2010. Okay.
And Boston?
And they did
Celtics,
beat
maybe?
Boston. Mm-hmm. Beat Boston in the finals. Okay. All right. That's a
they
good
went
guess.
back to back because they beat the Magic.
There you go.
And that was the blow up from, it was crazy.
Everything went
Okay.
Yeah.
after that.
Everything
All
went
right.
down.
So that was a tough 2-part question. So I think if you could hit me with a nice Mamba memory, we might be able to let you sit over there for this short NBA sesh.
Well, I like the way you did this, man. First of all, I just want to tell you that, I respect Kobe. I almost burned his jersey, this memory, actually. 2009, the Lakers were playing the Magic in the finals. Rayford Austin was our point guard all year. Jameer Nelson got hurt early in the season. Get to the championship, and coach decides he wants to start Jameer Nelson after him being out half the season. Messed up the entire chemistry. The Magic have only been to the finals twice. Once we got swept by the Houston Rockets when Shaq was here, and then when Kobe beat us in 2009 in Orlando. And I'm still looking for a championship, Orlando Magic.
Sounds like a diehard Magic fan over in that Kobe corner. I respect your Mamba memory. I mean, how you like these Magic though nowadays? I mean, you a fan of what their future's looking like?
Yeah, we got a lot of young players that I like. I think we had to get rid of Vucevic to make space for Bamba to be able to play and develop. I definitely like that. I like Franz Wagner. Excuse me if I mispronounced it. He was a great pick at number 8. He's average.
Was he though? Initially, like when we made the pick, you thought that you knew?
No.
Okay.
No, I was upset at the pick.
Yeah.
I was upset at the pick.
I was too.
I was upset at the pick.
I was too.
But he's averaging 15.9 points a game, 4.6 rebounds, and 2.7 assists per game. I mean, he's balling. I went to a game a couple weeks ago, and I mean, he's balling, man. He's balling. I love the young nucleus, actually. Markelle Fultz, once he returns, I hope him and Cole Anthony can play together. I hope they figure that out. But I think we have a bright future ahead of us as long as we can keep the team together and not do what Orlando Magic normally does and ship people off to make them superstars. Our front office has been questionable, to say the least, over the past.
They just re-signed John Hammond and then.
I saw he just got an extension.
Yeah,
Man, so I like the young nucleus. I just hope that we can keep them together long enough so they can pan out to be great.
I'm a big fan of Wendell Carter. I think, you know, he's a little undersized for center. So the Magic decided to play him as a power forward. And I think it's paying dividends for his game.
I agree.
His numbers are, you know, career highs at this point in time. He's just playing. He plays way better at the 4. He's a more versatile player than people give him credit for. So I like Wendell Carter. Obviously, you know, we hit on this draft with Franz Wagner and Jalen Suggs as well.
Yeah,
Jalen Suggs.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, the future's definitely bright.
There's a couple of rumors out there that we're shopping Gary Harris and Terrence Ross for trade right now.
Got to.
I saw that today. So I mean, I like Terrence Ross off the bench. I think he's they call him Human Torch. He's great off the bench. But if we can get some good value for him, maybe some good veteran that potentially a bigger veteran, like a power forward or someone that could bring experience, I think that'll be a good look for us.
Nah, I like it. I mean, Big J, I know you're a big Magic fan.
Yeah, big, huge, man. I just want to, you know, put this out there to all the Magic Nation out there. I apologize.
That makes 2 of us, Magic Nation.
I think I speak for me, myself, and JV SportsRoom. Last week's show, we were mentioning Rookie of the Year and, you know, potential players. And there was one name that we, like the NBA, will probably eventually do is look over is Franz Wagner as a Rookie of the Year.
I mean, he's at the top of the rookie ladder at this point in time.
Yeah, I mean, it's Orlando, folks. I mean, they always look over us. You know, we don't ever get the love that we deserve, but it's time to put the stamp of approval that, hey, Franz Wagner, Rookie of the Year, man.
He's legit. He's legit.
The sky is the limit for this kid. I mean, that's why I jumped in when you said that you were excited about the pick, because at the time I wasn't.
Oh, absolutely not.
That was due to lack of knowledge. I didn't know, you know, Michigan kid. I knew Michigan had a good organization, a good program, but wasn't excited. But from what he's shown and the amount of minutes he's playing, I mean, it's every game he's out there.
He's consistent.
And he's in there hooping. He's handling the rock, playmaking, scoring at the cup, stretching the floor.
I think the biggest thing is, you know, he's learning the NBA just so quickly. You know, his development is my most impressive part about him.
Looks like a veteran.
He does. He really does. The future's bright for these Magic.
Absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see, you know, as you mentioned, the guys that start, you know, the Jonathan Isaacs and the Markelle Fultz, and what the dynamic of the team is going to look like is playing time. And it's fun. It's a fun time to be a Magic fan.
Agreed.
We apologize for the lack of Rookie of the Year consideration, but I also got a lot of slack from my Magic fans about Miles Bridges is not hands down most improved player. I mean, we got to put Cole Anthony in that conversation without a doubt.
Anthony, man.
I mean, he's taking hold of that team, right? And, you know, he wants to be the guy. So you got to respect that.
I love the swagger. His interviews, he's like, hey, man, we're here to win, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
tells it how it is.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
He should be a future all-star soon, right? I mean, see why not? He wants to lead a team.
Can Fultz play the 2? Can they play together?
I'm not so much concerned with Fultz. I think him and Jalen Suggs will play well together in the future. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen with Fultz. I mean, there was rumors about him coming back a month ago or so, and we still haven't even got it. So I got to see it.
Somebody's going to be the odd man out. Somebody's going to be the odd man.
Either that or somebody's going to have to accept the bench role, right?
Yeah.
So, a couple guys that aren't accepting bench roles is my man KLAY Thompson came right back into the starting lineup.
Yes.
Like he never
for
left.
those Warriors.
Like he never left.
Like he never left. 17 points in this game back.
20 minutes on the floor. Love to see it, man. You love to see shooters gonna shoot.
Right.
Shooters gonna shoot.
Right. Those Warriors. How you liking these Warriors this year, Jarvis?
Man, to be honest, Steph looks great. He's fluid.
I mean, he's the best point guard in the NBA, isn't he?
Nah.
Whoa.
No.
Whoa, hold the phone.
Ja Morant has arrived. Ja Morant has arrived. He is leading Memphis.
That's my guy.
He is here. Did y'all see that block the other night?
Two
hands off the glass.
His head was above the rim.
His athleticism is amazing. And he's got that dog in him.
He does.
So I think he's arrived now. I think he's proven to be the best point guard in the league. Obviously he has a little bit more to prove, but this season is his coming out party. Memphis deep into the playoffs this year.
I think my favorite comparison of Ja Morant, man, is they say he has the athleticism of Russell Westbrook, right?
Right.
And the dog in him of Allen Iverson.
Right.
So I think that's my favorite one so far. Respect to him. Another player that just got back in the fold, KYRIE, back-to-back 22-point games for Brooklyn. How you feel about those Brooklyn Nets and KYRIE playing, I don't know, every other game at this point in time?
Yeah, the Nets are solid. I'm glad Kyrie's back. It's interesting that he's playing, only on the road.
Yeah.
So that's very interesting, especially from the chemistry of a team developing coming down the stretch. So we'll see how that works out. But Brooklyn lost a couple games that I thought they should have won. I think they have to build that chemistry back and become more consistent. So we'll see. They'll definitely be in the playoffs.
I like Brooklyn this year, man, but I think that KYRIE situation is going to give him fits all year. I think, there's 4 places he can't play on the list at this point in time. And, it's just going to ruin their entire chemistry. They're never going to be able to get that chemistry that they need to win a championship, at least.
It's going to be tough. Yeah, some teams in the East that are coming to play, man. Chicago, we keep mentioning. Milwaukee, who plays tonight. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, you mentioned them. They got Golden State tonight. How you like that game? KLAY and Steph going on the road to Milwaukee, who's lost 2 straight.
Wow.
How you like Golden State against Milwaukee tonight?
That's a good one. That's going to be a good one.
It's on TNT. It's a good one for a reason.
That's going to be a good one, man.
Could be a finals preview.
Yeah, it could be. Middleton's balling.
Middleton.
Drew Holiday's a dog.
And I think they do get Drew Holiday back from the COVID list for this game as well. So that's going to be huge.
That's going to be something to watch, man. I think it's going to set precedent for the rest of the year.
Yeah. They're getting really good play from Bobby Portis.
Yeah.
Right.
He's playing really well.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one.
It's going to be a good one. Yeah. Definitely going to be a good one.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we got for today. My man Jarvis, appreciate you holding down that Kobe corner.
Thank you, brother.
Good luck to your Cowboys this weekend.
Thank you, sir.
Big J, appreciate you holding down the starting center spot.
You already know, baby. Hey, underdog season.
Underdog season's here. And as usual, thank you guys for watching us. Make sure you like and subscribe us on YouTube. Check us out at sportjv.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And as usual, I got a quote for you guys from former Cowboy, head coach for Jackson State, Deion Sanders. If your dream ain't bigger than you, there's a problem with your dream. Thank you guys for watching.